Hey everybody, it's been a while since I've done one of these videos. Lots of stuff going on and I just haven't felt like making any. I'm not a big video maker, I guess. But I wanted to talk a little bit about anger and the desire for revenge. Now it seems to me that anger is a natural reaction to getting hurt, to injury. And often even just being reminded of an injury can cause anger to come up. Or seeing somebody else go through pain. Just pain and anger seem very linked to each other. And so when you're going through pain, there's also the natural desire to defend yourself. But I think that sometimes anger can also lead to kind of an extension of that, maybe an overextension of that, which is the desire for revenge, to get even with someone. Like, getting hurt kind of made you lose points, and you want to gain points back by hurting someone else. But anger is also very blinding. It makes you see only your own desire to get even, and that seems to kind of follow from the single-minded desire while you're being injured to defend yourself, because there's nothing more important in that moment. So anger is a very addictive thing. And it's almost not even a person's fault if they've been hurt so much that their desire for revenge has blinded them so much. But they still need to kind of be brought back to their senses. Because otherwise they do end up hurting somebody else, and then that person gets the desire for revenge, and it continues the cycle. They hurt someone, yada yada. Now, there is a difference between revenge and justice. Justice is when everything has been set right. And revenge is just when someone has taken their anger out. And quite often, actually, when a person has taken out revenge, they come to their senses and they regret what they did, because they did it without thinking, and when they could think, later on they realize that what they did was wrong. And so I think that's something that people have to keep in mind when they are hurt, or to get back in mind as quickly as possible, that whoever hurt you felt justified in doing that for whatever reason. So if you then go and attack back, or needlessly, not just for self-defense, but in a desire for revenge, you're doing exactly what was done to you. You're becoming the person that you're angry with. And that's not good. I think over the long term, if you've been exposed to too much anger, if you've been put through much of it without getting a hold of yourself, you kind of lose the ability to get your mind back, and over the long term you start becoming a vengeful, angry person. There are a lot of people like that, it seems. It's kind of sad, because all these people could be reasonable. This could be a great world to live in, and in many ways it is, but I mean, life could be a 100% wonderful experience, but because a few people have kind of a commitment to being hateful simply because it feels good, and it does. I mean, to be angry, it's a very powerful feeling. You feel justified in doing anything, and it's that release from guilt is very liberating. But it's a false thing. You're not actually liberated from the consequences of your actions or even your guilt. And you don't want to be totally liberated from your guilt, because the kind of people who are like that, they're not good. They're not good to be around, and I think most people agree with that. So, what I do, I have had anger issues. I suppose I still do, actually. But I have a hold of them, and here's what I do. When I do find myself flying off the handle about something, and it's something really that isn't important, just something kicks into my mind automatically. Maybe at first it wasn't so automatic, but you kind of force yourself to stop reacting, however good it feels to react. Just stop and think. And really, just thinking about anything really can make all the difference. But think about the situation, think about how angry you're getting, and if it really matches the situation, if it's really warranted, if the thing is really that important. Because anger takes a lot of effort to maintain, and it's a waste of energy when it's something that really doesn't matter. For me, my trigger is generally my computer, and I think a lot of you can identify with that, since if you're listening to this, you're probably on a computer, and they can be very annoying sometimes. But there's no use being angry at a computer, because it's not a living thing. Although it is better to be angry at something like a computer, or take your anger out on an object, than a person. But still, you want to keep in mind, you don't want to break your computer. I certainly don't. I've drawn the line at that so far. So yeah, in order to continue to treat people the way you would want to be treated, or not treat them the way you would not want to be treated, you really have to keep a hold of your anger and keep that desire for revenge in check. It's natural, but that doesn't mean it's good. And it can be overcome. It's the lifestyle choice, I guess. It's a lifelong process, maybe. It's not easy, but it can be done. You can do it.